Aesop's Fable, the North Wind and the Sun. Once, the North Wind and the Sun were engaged in a fierce debate about who was stronger. As they argued, they saw a traveler walking on the road below. The Sun had an idea. Let us decide who is stronger by seeing who can make the traveler remove his cloak. This will be our contest. The North Wind agreed and decided to go first. He blew a powerful, icy blast, thinking that the force of his wind would make the traveler remove his cloak. However, the more fiercely he blew, the tighter the traveler wrapped his cloak around himself. Despite the north wind's powerful gusts, the traveler kept his cloak firmly wrapped, battling against the cold wind. Realizing his efforts were in vain, the north wind gave up. Now it was the sun's turn. The sun gently emerged from behind a cloud and shone down warmly upon the traveler. At first, nothing happened, but as the sun's rays gradually warmed the air, the traveler felt the change in temperature. He became comfortable, and as the warmth increased, he unbuttoned and finally removed his cloak. The sun's gentle warmth had succeeded where the north wind's brute force had failed. The sun proved that kindness and gentle persuasion are often more effective than force and aggression. The North Wind and the Sun is a classic fable that teaches the power of persuasion over force. It highlights the idea that kindness and gentleness can often achieve what strength and force cannot. The fable is a timeless reminder that sometimes a soft and gentle approach can be more powerful than an aggressive one. Aesop's Fable, the Farmer and the Snake. In a small, quaint village surrounded by rolling hills and vast fields, there lived a kind-hearted farmer. One cold winter day, as he walked through his snow-covered fields, he stumbled upon a snake, stiff and frozen with the cold. Feeling pity for the creature, the farmer picked up the snake and placed it inside his coat to warm it up and bring it back to life. After a while, as the warmth of the farmer's body revived the snake, it began to stir. Once fully revived, the snake suddenly turned on the farmer and bit him with its venomous fangs. As the farmer lay dying from the bite, he lamented, "I saved you, and in return you have taken my life. Why?" The snake coldly replied, "You knew I was a snake when you picked me up. It's in my nature to bite." The farmer's final moments were filled with regret for not recognizing the inherent nature of the snake. His act of kindness had been repaid with betrayal. The story of the farmer and the snake is a poignant fable that teaches a harsh but important lesson about the nature of individuals and the consequences of ignoring inherent traits. It serves as a reminder that while kindness and compassion are virtues, they should be tempered with wisdom and an understanding of the true nature of those we choose to help. The fable conveys that sometimes, despite our best intentions, our efforts to assist others can lead to our own detriment if we are not cautious about the true nature of those we are dealing with. Aesop's Fable, the Oak and the Reeds. In a verdant valley, where the river wound its way through the meadows, there stood a majestic oak tree. Tall and strong, the oak had stood for hundreds of years, its roots deeply embedded in the earth, its branches reaching high into the sky. Beside the river, in the shadow of the great oak, grew a bed of slender reeds. The oak often boasted of its strength. "I am mighty and strong," it said to the reeds. "While you bend and flutter at the slightest breeze, I stand firm against the strongest winds. You should be more like me, unyielding and rigid." The reeds, who were accustomed to the oak's boastful nature, replied softly, We may not be as tall or as strong as you, but we possess our own strength. We bend with the wind, and that flexibility keeps us safe. One day, a ferocious storm descended upon the valley. The wind howled, tearing through the meadows and across the river. The oak, true to its nature, stood firm against the storm's fury, refusing to bend. The reeds, in contrast, bowed and swayed with the wind, bending almost to the ground. As the storm's force intensified, the oak's resistance became its downfall. A particularly violent gust uprooted the mighty tree, causing it to crash to the ground with a thunderous sound. The reeds, however, survived. When the storm passed, they rose back up, still intact and unbroken. The fable of the oak and the reeds teaches the value of flexibility and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. It illustrates that strength is not just about physical might or stubborn resistance. Sometimes, true strength lies in yielding and adapting. The oak's rigidity led to its destruction, while the reeds' flexibility allowed them to survive and thrive, even in the face of adversity. This story serves as a reminder that in life, being able to bend without breaking can be a greater asset than standing rigidly against the forces we encounter.